Hey, welcome along to this Monday motivation. And if you're not watching this on Monday, it's okay to get motivated any other day of the week. You're listening to Richard Butler of richardbutlerthesuccesscoach.com. And in today's motivational video, I want to talk to you about 10 ways to build an amazing life. And why not? It'd be nice to have an amazing life, right? So everyone starts out with the dream of living the type of life of which books are written. You know the typical story of go to college, meet somebody, get a job, get married, white picket fence, etc. But unfortunately, most of us end up living exactly the type of life we wanted to avoid. So we didn't want to end up in an unhappy relationship or without any money or struggling at the end of the month. But luckily, it's never too late to turn your life around. Now, what I want you to do is use these strategies that I'm going to show you, all 10 of them, to make the most of your time and build an amazing life. So what's the first one? Well, instead of seeing things as challenges, see them as opportunity. Never ever see things as problems, because if you see things as problems, you don't find solutions. But even if you change that word problem to challenge or challenge to opportunity, suddenly you're going to become more creative and clever when your attention is focused. And challenges are great opportunities to take your life to the next level. So again, see it as a challenge to move forward. And the more challenges you overcome, the more amazing your life will be. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise the muscle, the stronger it gets. The more challenges you do, the better you become at them and finding solutions. Now, the second really important thing is to be nice. Why? Because it doesn't take anything to be nice. Each person that you meet can do something for you. And you see, I'm always focused in on this because I'm always nice when I go to hotels, when I go to work. I'm nice to the porters, to the cleaning ladies, etc. Why should I not be nice to them? They are human like you and me, and they can often help you. In any job I've ever been in, I've always been really nice. I got on well with the porter because when you want something done, he can get it done for you, or she can get it done. Somebody, you don't know who they are, but they could teach you a really important lesson. They could introduce you to the right person that you need to be introduced to, or you never know, they could give you your dream job. Really, who knows? Now, I think as a rule of thumb, treat everyone with kindness and respect, and I think it's going to really enrich your life. Number 3 is follow the Pareto principle, and you might know what that means, but I'm going to explain it to you now. And let me give you an example. Everybody thinks they don't have enough time in the day. But that's not true, because we all have exactly the same amount of time. But most people don't spend their time doing the right things. Now, I can say it's a safe bet that 80% of your time is largely wasted. And let's be realistic. You're looking at social media, you're checking your emails, etc. So focus your energy on the 20% that matters most. So when you're doing something, probably 80% of the time you're not really focused, but in that 20% that you are focused, make sure you give it your all. Now, number 4 is find a mentor, and find someone that's already living it. And then ask for their advice. Because you see, there's a number of different types of people in the world. There's people who don't learn from their mistakes, people who learn from their mistakes, and people who learn from other people's mistakes. So you can ask somebody, well, what was the best thing that you did when you were moving to a different country or to a different city or whatever it may be? And they can give you that information. It doesn't make sense to take advice from somebody who hasn't achieved what you want to accomplish. So always look to a person who has accomplished what you want to achieve. Number 5 is so important, is have goals. So all your focus, all your time and energy need a direction. And you know what? Goals provide that direction. I've met many people who are smart, capable, charming, but that won't matter if you don't have any goals, because you don't know where you're going and suddenly you end up in a place that you don't want to be in. So set a few goals and create your destination. You've probably heard a lot about this of being mindful. Focus on the present. You see, the problem is too many of us worry and regret, and we live in the future or we live in the past, but we don't live in the present moment. So keep your mind focused on the present, and you can avoid both these things, worry and stress. Cultivate mindfulness with activities like meditation and yoga. And you see, a lot of the times we miss so much of the beauty around us and in our life because we're not in the moment. So try and be more in the moment and forget about the past. There's nothing you can do about it. Forget about the future. It's going to be very hard to change it. Now, number 7 is avoid worrying about the opinions of others, because why should you care? Now, this can be a hard pill to swallow, but the fact is that most people don't spend their time thinking about you. They don't care about you. They're actually too busy worrying about themselves. You're actually freer than you think. You see, you're thinking that people are bitching about you, saying things about you, but they're probably not. And if they are, who cares? As my father used to say, it should be water off a duck's back. In other words, it shouldn't stick. Number 8 is to be biased, but I'm talking about being biased towards action. You know others that are smart, pleasant, and capable that struggle to manage their lives. If you're predisposed towards thinking rather than taking action, life will roll over you. Spend a little time making a wise decision and then get busy. Don't be busy and then try and make decisions. Because this is the problem with a lot of people, that they're busy fools. They think they're doing something because they're occupied, but they're not really. Now, point number 9 is smile. You're more likable and happier when you smile. And you know one of the great things about smiling? It's actually free to do. You don't have to pay for it. It doesn't cost anything. Try smiling everywhere you go for a week and notice the difference. And smile when you're talking. I'm actually smiling now and it probably comes across. So you need to smile as you talk on the phone, etc. Now my last point for today is choose experiences over possessions. I've actually learned this over the last number of years, that having an experience is so much more than having something. Because the experience you will remember all the time and it'll bring you great joy. You see, the Western world is far too focused on houses, cars, boats, watches, iPads, iPhones, Android phones, and other symbols of wealth. But you know what? Your life will be richer and more amazing if you focus on having incredible experiences. It's the perfect time right now to make a few changes. You don't have to wait till tomorrow, or you don't have to wait till next week or the beginning of the year, etc. Or even till Monday. If you're not watching this on Monday, now is the perfect time. Maybe your life has been pretty uneventful to this point. That doesn't matter. All that matters is what you choose to do going forward. You can create an amazing life for yourself and have the adventure of a lifetime. Now, I really hope this has inspired you. I'm glad you've taken a little bit of time out of your day to watch this short little motivational video. And please leave your comments below. I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to know your thoughts about it. And if you need anything, well, you know, I have a 6-month personal development course which is going to help you in 12 key areas of your life. There's actually a link in the comment or in the description depending on where you're watching this. I'll see you next Monday. Have a great day. And remember, this is Richard Butler of richardbutlerthesuccesscoach.com.